Hi class, for this lab, you're gonna need to open this link. And before I actually modify the actual link, let me explain what's happening on the background for this simulator. So when we're talking about confidence intervals, we are trying to estimate a population, and the first parameter that we're gonna talk about is the mean. Now, as we're getting samples, you will only have these samples and we may not have any information about the actual population. As you seen in the lecture, well, if you're given the standard deviation of the population, then this is your formula. If not given, then this happens to be the adjustment to the formula. And then on all of these are the typical confidence intervals. And what they represent here is the following. So on a 90% confidence interval, that means that as you're estimating this value here of the population mean using a sample, you're going to carry on a 90, 10% error, on a 95, 5% error, and on a 99, about a 1% error on the estimation. So let's actually open up the link, and they want us to run it with samples of 100, mean of 2, and a standard deviation of 1. So that's gonna mean of 2, standard deviation of 1. And just so that it's clear, this is what the actual population looks like. So this is the population that we're trying to estimate using the applet. And then using the applet, you're just gonna modify it. And then on a 95% confidence interval, that means that if we were to collect samples, you're gonna carry about 5% error. In this case, on a sample size of 100 samples, about 5% of these are actually going to basically not contain the parameter. So that represents your error. Every one of these lines that you see here, it's an actual sample, and the simulator just basically states that on a 95%, we would carry about a 5% error, or if you're looking at 100 samples, about 5 of those are not gonna actually contain the parameter. Remember that the main objective is that with the calculations, you're estimating the mean of the population. So for this problem, just submit a screenshot of the simulator. And here it's basically giving you an estimate of what would it be, what would we be collecting if we were to look at different samples. If you modify it, like let me modify it to a 90 and then update. I think it did update. So about 10 of these are going to be off. And then the largest one that we come up with, it's the 99. And in this case, about a 1% error. You can see on the simulation that we will carry a 3% error since 3 of these samples don't contain the actual parameter of the population. So submit your results with the 95. Make sure that you modify the mean to 2 and the standard deviation to 1. And that would be it for the lab. So screenshot of this and submit it.